Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Kathy Matea.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning round, a simple song. Hello and welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. I'm Kathy Matea, and we're back at our home, the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, and we're so glad to be with you. We have another great lineup tonight. Todd Snider is back with us, America's Alternative Poet Laureate. Plus a wonderful artist who's back with us for the first time in 8 years, and we're glad to be part of her return to the road. Kathleen Edwards is back. Later this hour, we have Sonny War, a powerful singer with an equally powerful message. And Irishman Mick Flannery is back with us, and he's brought with him one of Ireland's rising stars, Susan ONeill. But we're going to start the show tonight with a group of young musicians. They are a female-fronted, multi-instrumentalist power trio. They all write, they all sing, and they all play multiple instruments. Savannah and Katie met in high school. They both went to the Interlochen Arts Academy in Michigan and met Michael shortly after graduating. They started this latest album, their fourth, in 2018. And shortly afterwards, their gear trailer got stolen out on the road. Their rabid fan base raised $40,000 in 48 hours to keep them going. Yeah. They wound up finishing the album during lockdown in the attic of their band house in Traverse City, Michigan, which they transformed into a studio they call Atticus Blue. Their new album, just out, is called Vessel. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage, the Accidentals.
Oh, thank you so much for having us and feeding us. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. Usually we tour about a couple hundred shows a year, so last year we got an unexpected break in that pattern of touring, and we decided to use that time to write with some of our heroes, songwriters who inspired us to become songwriters. So we wrote a lot of these songs over Zoom, and we turned it into an EP called Time Out Session 1. So we wrote with Tom Paxton, Mary Gaucher, Jamie Harris, Kim Ritchie, Dar Williams, who we opened for when we were 17, and it was like coming home again. And this next song is one that we wrote with Maya Sharp, and it's about finding gratitude in every day, no matter what the day brings. It's called Might As Well Be Gold.
Living in a suitcase, waiting out the storm. Yeah, the pipes are freezing over. It's only getting colder, but we've been keeping warm. Look at what we have. We get diamonds out of broken glass. It's just like us, all that we can hold. Bits and pieces might as well be gold, shining in the dust. Look at what we have. We get diamonds out of broken glass. It's just like us, all that we can hold. Bits and pieces might as well be gold, shining in the dust. Your sister's on the phone, and I know how the conversation goes. I see it in your eyes, or she could find a thorn in any rose. No, it's not up to her to measure if it's trash or if it's treasure, if it's really just a dream. Look at what we have. We get diamonds out of broken glass. It's just like us, all that we can hold. Bits and pieces might as well be gold, shining in the dust. Might as well be gold, shining in the dust. Might as well be gold.
So we put out our Time Out co-writing EP, and we have a brand new album out as of October 1st. So we're going to play a couple songs off that, if that's all right with you guys.
Always a good sign.
Thank goodness, because that was on the set list. And the album is called Vessel, and the next song we're going to play is one of the first singles that came off that album. And we made a music video for this song featuring our favorite animal, goats. And it has nothing to do with the song. We just really like goats.
This one's called Goat Getter.
Getter.
Yeah, or Goat Getter, depending on how you feel about it. Ready?
Grief's a sheet of tinfoil that I crush inside of me. A story to be told in every fold and every crease. Smoothing out the edges, cutting corners piece by piece, but I can barely breathe. Anger is a sickness and it's boiling in my blood. So I seethe into the void that's left behind with every thud of the door that leads to healing. When I come close, it swings shut. Well, I've had enough. Try to give it time. Life will teach you how to live. You just have to live it for a while. Shake I brought flowers for your garden, but the weeds still choked them out like a seed of doubt. Hope was sending signals, but you couldn't see the signs. You had spent your whole life driving all those thoughts out of your mind. With your foot pressed to the pedal, you decided it was time. What did you leave behind? Try to give it time. Life will teach you how to live. You just have to live it for a while.
Well, this is our first show in West Virginia. We're super excited about it. I gotta tell you, we were driving from North Carolina and we just couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I mean, it's just gorgeous. But I do have one really important question, and that is, do you guys have mosquitoes here? Oh, that is unfortunate. We have an obsessive fear of mosquitoes. We come from northern Michigan, so that's just kind of a thing up there. I actually ate one the other day when we were in Wisconsin, and let me tell you, I did not need that extra protein. Just didn't need it. So this next song is actually about that pervasive hatred that we have for this particular insect.
That's right. This one's called Fractals.
Spring will come when you least expect it. Within water, weavers in thin sea. It's so fast. The comfort comes eventually if you make your first step precise. Don't believe it till you see the sun that's up before I am. Fractals fracture and proliferate with veins that feed the plants and carve out canyons as they tessellate. Oh, it's mosquito season again. She'd rather stay inside or be eaten alive. Oh, mosquito season again. Would you rather stay inside or be eaten alive? I collect bee stings like my keys. Wear them on our rose gold chain. I display them like I hate them, but deep down I'm proud of them. Oh, it's mosquito season again. Would you rather stay inside or be eaten alive? Oh, it's mosquito season again. Would you rather stay inside or be eaten alive? Like the breeze follows the freeze. See how high the hornets build their nests. Now it's quiet while we wait to see how high the snow will rest. Oh, it's mosquito season again. Would you rather stay inside or be eaten alive? Oh, it's mosquito season again. Would you rather stay inside or be eaten alive?
Y'all sound like 460 people out there.
Ooh, thanks for clapping long enough for us to put down those instruments and pick up the other ones.
Yeah. We're going to leave you with one more, but this has been amazing. Do you ever feel like you're living life at like 500 miles per hour? I just feel like sometimes you're just going at this impossible speed. It's a little bit like how we perceive airplanes. Like when you're standing on the ground and you're looking up, it looks like it's just going so slow. And when you're in the airplane, it feels like you're not moving at all. But in reality, we all know it's going 500 miles per hour. And I think this is a song that came out of a time where I felt like I was simultaneously moving at this impossible pace, but also feeling very small and insignificant and stuck. And sometimes the way that you change the way you're looking at something can change the whole story around the situation. And I realized that I just needed a little bit of perspective. I just needed to widen my view. So this is a song we're going to leave you with for tonight. Once again, thank you so much for the Accidentals. This has been amazing. This song is called The Line.
When I sing these words into an empty room, I'm not sure if they will even make a sound. If I burn my paper courage, if I sow it in the ground, will the ashes yield a seed to work around? There's a hollow that once held a sense of youth, a little patch of light I learned to cut into. To cash in for something wiser, I just want a little truth from every fire and flood that feeds a deeper wound. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I could never see. Now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find time to let it breathe, to find the line between the truth and the belief. War is young in terms of time, but it's got teeth, tearing families and futures at the seams. Be it oil or gold or water, we have always treasured greed. We won't bite the dying hand of history. To my friends who think you'll save yourself some time, because your confidence is withered up and died. You are more than what you carry, you are more than what you hide. You will never know how much you leave behind. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I can never see. And now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find the time to let it breathe, find the line between the truth and the belief. Well, every day dies in convulsion, I gotta smile away my pride, but my nerves are buzzing rhythms like defective power lines, burning holes into my memory, streaming smoke into the sky. One day we'll talk about what stars used to be like. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I could never see. Now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find the time to let it breathe, to find the line between the truth and the belief, to find the line between the truth and the belief.
The Accidentals. The Accidentals. During the pandemic, Sav wrote a manual on live streaming software, and they released, as they said, an EP of co-written songs they wrote with writers that they respect. They've also provided string arrangements for all kinds of other artists, including K-pop supergroup BTS. They host a podcast called Bucket Seat Chronicles and ongoing shows on their Patreon page, including New Music Friday, Trivia Nights, a book club, throwback album deep dives, and a yearly reunion party for their fans, who they call the Fan Grove. Their new album is Vessel, and it was just released. That was The Accidentals. It's time to welcome our singer, Julie Adams, to do a song for us. As always, Julie will be joined by the Mountain Stage Band. Ron Soul, the leader of the band, is on acoustic guitar. Michael Lipton's on electric guitar. Bob Thompson is at the piano. John Ingram is playing bass, and Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Julie has chosen Love Is by Kate and Anna McGarrigle. Please welcome Julie Adams.
Love is is a shiny car. Love is a steel guitar. Love is a battle scar. Love is the morning star.
Love is a 12-bar blues. Love is your blue suede shoes. Love is a heart abuse. Love is a mind confused.
Love is the pleasures untold, and for some, love is still a band of gold. My love has no reason, has no rhyme. My love crossed the double line. Love is a minor chord. Love is a mental ward.
Love is a drawn sword. Love is its own reward. That was Julie Adams at the Mountain Stage Band singing Love Is by Kate and Anna McGarrigle. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen. Our next guest is an award-winning, multi-platinum selling artist from Ireland who has brought with him tonight his collaborator on their current project, Susan ONeill, a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist who, after years backing other artists, is finally stepping into her own. They have a new album together called The Game, a concept album about two people in a coupleship riding the highs and lows of the game of love. It's traditional Irish folk fused with rock, gospel, and blues, all fused together by two remarkable voices. Please welcome Mick Flannery and Susan ONeill.
Thank you. Hello. It's nice to be here. We'll play the title track from the aforementioned album. Passing by the market stall, the lady called, yellow red ribbon flying from electric wire, near where you and I first met. We were in the game of keeping trouble hid. Ever it was coming, in the end it did. You were never here, it was never home. You were flying high, I was all alone. I'd have had to move, you'd have had to change. It'd be too much for one of us to take. And oh, darling, what would have happened if only we'd had a good run, being close, living soft, never fading out, never getting lost. Walking on to the city hall, the evening fall, joined a crowd of people singing we shall overcome. And for a while I felt like someone. We were in the game of keeping trouble hid. Ever it was coming, in the end it did. You were never here, it was never home. You were flying high, I was all alone. I'd have had to move, you'd have had to change. It'd be too much for one of us to take. And oh, darling, what would have happened if only we'd had a good run, being close, living soft, never fading out, never getting lost. Oh, darling, what would have happened if only we'd had a good run? I'd have had to move, you'd have had to change, and it'd be too much for one of us to take. Thank you. This next song is called Trouble. It's a song that Susan and I wrote together for this album.
sing, wear the shoe and walk the mile, spare the rod and spoil the child.
On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble.
Angle red, sad is blue, monkey see, monkey do. Walk the bird into the cage, watch a hunger feed a rage.
On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. When you played out in the street, the bullies came and took their piece. When you tried to make ends meet, the cheaters came and took their piece. All the way up and all the way down, all the way up and all the way down. Take a bit of pain and pass it around. Take a bit of pain and pass it around. Money vulture soar and sing, many wants to clip its wing. Nature, nurture, culture, genes, all is well as it seems. On the road, Bob, pay no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay no mind to trouble. When you played out in the street, the bullies came and took their piece. When you tried to make ends meet, the cheaters came and took their piece. All the way up and all the way down, all the way up and all the way down. Take a bit of pain and pass it around. Take a bit of pain and pass it around. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, Bob, pay you no mind to trouble. You want to introduce this song? These are the days.
Yeah, this is so the album is a concept album with two musicians, and it's a relationship that failed miserably. And this part they're looking back nostalgically. Dark was the night just before dawn in the sea. We swim while the whole world is sleeping. These are the days, you say, upon which we will look back and think how good it is to run wild for a while, beautifully unhinged in our endeavors. That is what you told me.
Blood on our hands, bruises on our skin. We lay them bare and exposed on the rock as we watch the clouds rolling in. These are the times going by. We will look back and understand why it was better to learn a hard lesson and go than to never try and never know. That is what you told me.
time rolls too fast away. You said time isn't even real anyway. It's all a dance, it's just a dance. You're only dancing with all your illusion. That is what you told me.
You see the danger, you go anyway. It's all a chance that you made. You're your own problem and your own solution. That is what you told me.
You say, love the vessel you're in. Life is nothing more than the breath you take in. Life is for the living.
You say, love the messes you're in. Life's nothing more than the ends you begin. Life is for giving. That is what you told me.
That is what you told me.
Thank you. So this is the song called "Are We Free?" and it's a couple at their worst. They're arguing with each other and saying things that they'll regret. Is it, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Talk it over till I can't hear a single word. Make me out a traitor, 'cause I won't lie to you no more. Get your bloody notepad out, baby. Let's start down on the floor.
Now if I had said that, you'd be shouting down the wall, but that point's forbidden. If it's something you recall, yeah, let's make a list, baby. Put hypocrisy number 1. Are we free to understand, or bound repeat again all the wars of before? Are we free to understand, or bound repeat again all the wars of before?
Make your heart up-minded. Build your castle out of pride. Put your back into it and leave my effort to the side. And tell me when you're ready to be never satisfied.
Now you love to paint yourself the perfect victim every time. It could not be a problem that I am never on your mind. You've been right forever. It's written in that little smile. Are we free to understand, or bound repeat again all the wars of before? Are we free to understand, or bound repeat again all the wars of before? Thank you. So, do you mind if I change the set list?
Absolutely.
Cool. In the album, we're both musicians, but Susan's character is far better than my one. So I'm jealous and insecure.
And I'm a diva.
Bright lights and long lines, the whole world on my time. You think they talk behind my back? My way or the highway, glory in my story. You think that I fell off the track? No room, only you to talk, and not too many runners coming. No six, no pics, leave right after. Find a party for me later. I can't be when all is said and done. All I really want is there to be someone to miss me when I'm gone. When the curtain gets drawn, all I really want is there to be someone to miss me when I'm gone, to miss me when I'm gone. When I walk into the room, I know how to play you. I see you try to understand. You gaze at my plastic, you wonder what happened. Are you my hero come at last? A car pulls up outside and I slide low into the back seat, my head against the tinted glass. You'll never know me, you'll never approach me, you'll never save me when all is said and done. All I really want is there to be someone to miss me when I'm gone. When the curtain gets drawn, all I really want is there to be someone to miss me when I'm gone, to miss me when I'm gone.
Thank you. We feel very lucky to be here, and thank you to everyone here for having us. We'll finish with this song. It's called Ghost. As you might imagine, this whole relationship goes down the drain. This is it. When I look out of the window, when I look up at the sky, when I don't feel much together, when I don't feel I can cry, oh, that's when I miss you most. Oh, that's when I miss you most. When I walked on to sing with you, when I looked out at the crowd, when I went back to your trailer and your doorman asked me why would I thought I fell in love with a human. I thought I had it good for a moment, but I must have had it all messed up. It seems I went and fell in love with a ghost, with a ghost.
No, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had the words to say. I know you felt like you knew me. Guess I wish I could say the same. Oh, babe, I think I want to fly alone. And when we sang that song together, when we looked up at the night, and when Bobby asked that question, well, maybe he was right. Why would you want to see a ghost? Why would you want to see a ghost? 'Cause I'm a human, and I thought I fell in love with a human. I thought I had it good for a moment, but I must have had it all messed up. It seems I went and fell in love with a ghost, with a ghost. Hey, baby, I think they're playing our song. Hey, baby, I think they're playing our song.
Mick Flannery and Susan ONeill. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, just go get the record and put on a pair of headphones, because I just listened to that through a stereo mix, through a set of really good headphones. And I didn't want to come back out here. I just wanted to keep listening. Really amazing. She plays harmonica, trumpet, and guitar, and has toured with the crazy dance band King Kong Company and legendary Irish star Sharon Shannon. He has released 6 albums, 3 reaching #1. Their new album is The Game, and that was Mick Flannery and Susan ONeill. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs not heard on the radio, at NPR Music. The online address is npr.org/mountainstage. Our next guest got her start as a teenager busking at Venice Beach in California. She's known as a folk punk guitar phenom. She learned to play punk music on acoustic guitar because she couldn't afford an electric one. She was 13. Her guitar style is unique and has been compared to blues legend Robert Johnson. She lived on the streets, battled and is in recovery from her own addiction, has befriended veterans with PTSD, and started an LA chapter of the nonprofit Food Not Bombs after benefiting personally from their work when she lived in San Francisco. This remarkable woman has done a lot of living in her relatively short life. She has a new album out called Simple Syrup. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage the unique musical point of view of Sunny War.
swimming in a fishbowl in the world that we call life. Really wanna feel whole, never have, but soon I might. Your soul shines like gold, you got a smile that I like. Can I sit with you? Can I sit with you? The wind, it blows me down, and getting uptight looks all day. Troubles that I found make the others seem thrown away. But when you're around, I keep all the hellhounds at bay. Can I sit with you? Can I sit with you? Your words fall like rain onto the fire in my mind. Your eyes make me insane. You're different than the other kind. I wanna know your name, share a moment of our time. Can I sit with you? Can I sit with you? Can I sit with you? This next song is called She Just Don't Care. 2, 3, 4. If my people ever get reparations from Uncle Sam, I think I'll take myself a trip, get out of here by myself somewhere. I want a garden to let roses grow. I wanna read just what I sow. Been working hard and I just want to know. Doesn't matter, cause if so it doesn't show. But I know there ain't nobody listening, there ain't nobody there. If there's a God, then she must have gone missing. It's either that or she just don't care. You know the devils must be tired, they got the whole damn world on fire. King Dollar puts them all to shame, still trying to get one to my name. Within miles of my street, not a single thing to eat. The world is ending anyway. I'm gonna drink a little liquor, then I'll pray. But I know there ain't nobody listening. There ain't nobody there. If there's a God, then she must have gone missing. It's either that or she just don't care. There ain't nobody listening. There ain't nobody there. If there's a God, then she must have gone missing. It's either that or she just don't care. There ain't nobody listening. There ain't nobody there. If there's a God, then she must have gone missing. It's either that or she just don't care. Next minute you stripped of your manhood. I ain't the girl next door, I'm no good. I could bring you to life like your mama, but you'll refuse my advice, call it drama. And I'll leave you like your father, like you left your son and daughter, with the woman who learned firsthand. You're just a boy at the edge of a man. Edge of a man. I really don't have time for the needy. When it comes to mine, I'm greedy. I got dreams and I do just proper, and it seems you don't have much to offer, other than that old cat and mouse. Like you're 10, you want to play house, building castles made of sand. You're just a boy at the edge of a man. The edge of a man. Live fast, die young, rules you live by. You call me high strung, oh, 'cause I try to learn something today for tomorrow. Be sure to repay all the borrow, and all the girls will leave you bitter, still looking for a babysitter. You stood in place where others ran. You're just a boy at the edge of a man. The edge of a man. The edge edge of a man. The edge of a man.
Thanks. We've been playing every day for 2 weeks, and then we got here, we couldn't play the songs anymore. So we got nervous.
We started losing our minds after we decided to become fishermen in Ohio. And it only took one time, and we're hooked. She caught the most. She caught the most out of all of us. You're the hunter guy.
I'm a pirate. This is our last song called Lucy Lucy. And thanks for, I know it was strange, it was weird, so thanks.
The day was bad, glad to see it end. It seems the bed is your only friend. Choose where you go and see where you have been. Lucy, Lucy, you'll see stars again. Tears in this world become waterfalls. There's no borders, where there are no walls, where happiness is not a dream at all. Lucy, Lucy, you'll be 10 feet tall. Keep your eyes closed, closed real tight, and let them shuffle at the speed of light. Hold the nice ones, even hold the mean. Tell your secrets, tell them anything. No need to worry, it's only a dream. Lucy, Lucy, you'll see everything. Dance in shadows, dance with the deceased. See the west, then go see the east. The waking hour you will like the least. Lucy, Lucy, you'll be on your feet. keep your eyes closed, closed real tight, let them shuffle at the speed of light. Go all the places you haven't tonight, as your heart rises to your soul's delight. Lucid, 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 lucid. You sleep tight, alright. Rest is it tonight. Sweet dreams and good night.
Sonny Ward.
This is Aaron Davis on bass.
That was Sonny Ward. That was Aaron Davis playing bass with her. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful together. And for those of you at home listening on the radio, watching them is half the fun. Sonny is playing all of those intricate guitar parts with just a thumb and one finger. And you can't really do that except that's what she's doing. So she also did a record project with recent Mountain Stage guest Chris Pierce, which they called War and Pierce. Her new album is Simple Syrup. That was Sonny War. Lovely. That's great. All right. We'd like to say a special hello to you right now. If you're listening over WUGA in Athens, Georgia, or if you're listening at KNSY in Dubuque, Iowa, thank you so much. We hope you can join us next week, too, when we welcome Bahamas, Sam Weber, Lily Hyatt, Kishibashi, and Curtis McMurtry. This is Kathy Mattea, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Hello again, and welcome back to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm Kathy Mattea. I'm so glad you joined us, and I know you will be too. Still to come, we'll hear from Todd Snider. But we're going to start this hour with a singer who started having success in the early 2000s. After 4 albums, she hit a wall and decided it was too much of a grind and it was time to stop. She went home to Ottawa, Canada, her hometown, and opened a coffee shop called Quitters, where, in her words, I worked my ass off. She was a few years into her new life when the phone rang one day. It was country music star Maren Morris. Turns out she's a fan and invited Kathleen to come to Nashville to write. There she realized that her love for music and writing had never left her. And after meeting musician and producer Ian Fitchuk, they started collaborating on ideas for a new album. The result is her first album in 9 years, called Total Freedom, on Dual Tone Records. Please welcome back at long last, Kathleen Edwards.
Thank you.
Love you so much, everything you do, you say, you speak, you wear, it just works for me. But I blame it on a weekly fire that took me out to crappy tire. 'Cause you were smiling when I looked up. I guess we'll always have a parking lot. For 39 years I've been keeping my options open. I've been keeping my options open. There are some things behind me, an open door I did not close when I was lonely. But I swore I wouldn't go near you with a 10-foot pole. It's not my fault that I wasn't sure, but I'm holding up a mirror and we look so sweet. You made me stronger, I was wanting for nothing. 39 years I've been keeping my options open. I've been keeping for 39 years I've been keeping my options
They say math and music are related, and I can definitely tell you that's not true when it comes to high school grades. And my mother disputed that I actually did poorly in math in school. And she, selective memory, usually it's the teenager who has very selective memory. I very, very, very much remember the conversation where I had to fight my way out of finite grade 12, so... All these people in my life come in and out like a kite, just bobbing like a breeze and a changing wind. That's just the way it is. And numbers never were my strength, and I barely got a passing grade. You teach me. Love is simple math. I don't care how old we get, 'cause I'm just one, you're one, and we're two together. I'm okay being friends forever. And a changing wind. Oh, when you're just a kid, but everything and nothing changes, and now your girls are the same age. You teach me. Love is simple math. I don't care how old we get, I'm just one and you're one, and we're two together. I'm okay being friends forever. Safety pins to taper our jeans. We were raising hell in the backseat, building forts and cedar trees. Ice cream, banana seeds, running wild in our bare feet. But everything and nothing changes, and now we are a mother's age. Simple math. I don't care how old we get, I'm just one, you're one, and we're two together. I'm okay being friends forever. Oh, love is simple math. I can be a total pain in the ass, but I'm just one and you're one, and we're two together. I'm okay being friends forever. It's like riding a bike, you know. It's really, truly a wonderful honor and privilege to always be asked to play back to places, because you always assume you burned a bridge and you're never sure if you're going to get asked back. And
this could be the time.
This could be it. But I played here back in 2003 when my first record, Failure, came out. And they actually presented me today with the song list of all the songs I've played on this stage for this program. And it kind of seems like yesterday, and it seems like a lifetime ago, like it never happened. But I'm loving playing music with a bunch of these guys who Peter on the drums has played with me since Failure. And Jim Bryson here played on Failure as well. Colin here was playing with me on this very stage during that first tour. And Darcy Yates, well, he's just new. But we're honored to be here, so thanks a lot. And this is a song called Glenfern, which is, just so you know, Colin and I used to be married. And we're not married anymore. But this song came to me as the first song I was kind of working through some voodoo when I wanted to write songs again. And one of the things I just did not want to do is write songs that were about, like, you know, heavy stuff from the past that I was ready to move on from. And for some reason, this song sort of just appeared to me one day. It just kind of came out of me. And it was a song about all the gratitude I had for all of the wonderful things that Colin brought into my life and how well he took care of me all in these crazy years when I was first starting to play on stages, and he always had my back. And this is called Glenfern.
It seems so long since those Hamilton days in the first house we bought together. In the online street view used to crack me up. You standing in your slippers on the front porch with the Siamese cat, but it's not up there anymore. And I will always be thankful for it. So lucky to be under your wing, but I think I went and outgrew 'em. Now when I find myself looking back, I think of all the cool shit that happened. Like, we had a tour bus with a bed in the back, we bought a rock and roll dream, it was total crap, yeah. It toured the world and we played on TV, we met some of our heroes, it almost killed me. Some things we should have said, 'cause it was too late when we did. Like, you changed too much, you didn't change, and I'm sorry for everything, for everything. But early days when we were playing at the Horseshoe and I was drinking too much whiskey, you always knew how to set me straight, even though I didn't want to hear it. And I will always be thankful for
You spent half your life trying to turn the other half around. And I tried to come clean, but I guess it's no use. Your face is all over 6 o'clock news. They clear the streets and then they close the schools. I can't even get inside. Did you lose your head when the farm went down? Was it when your daddy died after he moved to town? I know your mama calls you good for nothing. Says her baby's a failure and she don't want you calling. Oh, I tried to come clean, but I guess it's no use. Faces all over 6 o'clock news. They cleared the streets and then they closed the schools. I can't even get inside. Peter, sweet baby, there's something that I gotta say to you. I'm gonna have your baby this coming June. We could get a little place down by Gilmore Park. You could do a little time and save my broken heart. And I tried to come clean, but I guess it's no use. Faces all over 6 o'clock news. They cleared the streets and then they closed the schools. I can't even get inside. And I tried to come clean, but I guess it's no use. Carpooling head, it just shot you through. Now you're lying dead on the avenue. And I can't feel my broken heart. Yeah, I can't feel my broken
I put out a new record last year. I picked my timing very well, just in time to have the whole world shut down and not be able to tour. So this is kind of like a strange sort of 1 year later after feeling like you actually gave it out to the world. But I had T-shirts made for this this tour, and I, as Kathy mentioned, I own a coffee shop called Quitters, and I got my new tour T-shirt on. It says "Total Freedom," which is the name of my record. Nice big "Total Freedom" across the shirt. And then the hat that I've been wearing to protect my face from the sun is from my coffee shop. And Quitters logo is a little water drop with a Q on the inside. And so I realized very shortly that walking around the streets in a ball cap that has a Q on it and a T-shirt that says "Total Freedom" creates a lot of really interesting looks, and it's like you know, I like it. It's pretty interesting. Thanks for having us. This is our last song, and thank you so much to all the other acts for showing up, because this is a really weird time to be coming out, and I have to give everyone credit in sitting here tonight and backstage and the people working the show. You know, we sort of were deemed inessential for a very long time, and it is very cool to be back to work, and it actually takes a lot of guts to show up at this time when people are still not sure, and it's really cool to be part of this, like, it's okay, come on out, let's see each other. So thanks for coming, and thank you to Mountain Stage for putting on the show and including us, including all these other amazing acts, and giving us a chance to have our jobs back. We appreciate it.
Everything in this house breaks. What wouldn't under the weight? Everything in this house goes away. You're gonna fix it, or so you say. Everything in this house wants to breathe. The words, they get twisted up when you speak. 'Cause there's something to be said about being strong. There's something to be said about never being wrong. And you're so hard on me. Why would you wanna be? Am I not the one you love? You're so hard on everyone. You're so hard on me. Why would I let you be? Am I not what you love? You're so hard on everyone. Everything in this house is afraid. What wouldn't be under your weight? I believed all the things you claim to know, and then you treat me like a liar that you use when you lose control. And everything in this house goes away. A storyline that was bound to break. 'Cause you can't wrap it up with a pretty bow, and then take your gifts back when all the cracks start to show. And you're so hard on me. Why would you wanna be? Am I not the one you love? You're so hard on everyone. You're so hard on me. Why would I let you be?
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for being part of our evening.
Thanks, Mountain Stage. Thanks,
Kathleen
Kathy.
Edwards. To be clear, she is still running the coffee shop while launching a record during a pandemic. The album is Total Freedom. That was Kathleen Edwards. It's time for our pianist Bob Thompson to play for you now. He's chosen tonight a Thelonious Monk song called Well, You Needn't. Bob Thompson. That was Bob Thompson with Well, You Needn't. by Thelonious Monk. You can find Bob's music at colortones.com. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is feedback@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and peek behind the scenes on our Instagram. You can find all those links at our website, mountainstage.org. Our final guest tonight made his first appearance on Mountain Stage in 1995, and this is his 16th time on the show. He's a raconteur and a road dog who says he misses banging around America like it's my backyard. He said 2020 was a year that kept taking people he loved, and in his funk, he dreamed up a church. The first agnostic church of hope and wonder, which is the name of his new album. He calls it funkin' back and busking up front. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Todd Snider.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Bob Thompson, too. That was great. It's always good to be on the show. Hello, America. I want to send this first one out to my dear old mom listening at home. She turned 78 this week. Little out of place, little out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon. Climbing the wall of a hurricane, still over all. I can't complain. All I wanted was one chance. I let freedom ring. Said I'd have to get a permit, a bunch of tags and everything. I never made it through the red tape. I got a paper hat. I got a job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I got nothing to lose. Ain't nothing to gain. And like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed. Said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? I got nothing to lose, ain't nothing to gain. Like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. Now I got a brand new dance. I need one more shot. I just need one last chance. You know I won't get caught. I'm gonna make my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. Then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? I got nothing to lose, baby. Ain't nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. A little out of place, a little out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the wall of a hurricane. overall, I can't complain. Overall, I can't complain. Speaking of go home, I come from Portland, Oregon, way out in the great Northwest where it rains a lot. I'll do a song now. I've been playing it for a long time. It's based on a tradition that we had back in my hometown. I grew up in Beaverton, and there was a tunnel that went into Portland called the Multnomah County Tunnel. And it was a tradition in our town that when you were a senior, you and your friends were supposed to go down there in the middle of the night and put your names in that tunnel. You don't have to spray paint either. You can take a rag and clean your name into the side of those things. If you ever want to try it, that's how you do it, right? So it's kind of dangerous, but it's risky. We'd put our class number and maybe add something about yourself. And I remember I put Todd Snider rules on the tunnel. And then many years later, I was coming back through town on tour and had a tour manager, Spike, who I thought was a man for a long time. But it went the other way. That's a different story, though. But I was telling Spike about how when I was a kid, I had put my name up in that tunnel, and I said that I ruled. And then after the show that night, me and some of my kids I grew up with, we went out, and we might have drank more than we needed to and might not remember everything that happened the night before. And which is why you have a tour manager. So just assume everything's fine. But then, we come back that next day. We're heading down towards California, and we go into that same tunnel. And there it says Todd Snider rules again. Only now I'm like 40 when I did it. And I said to Spike, I said, you tell me I didn't do that. And she said, you think somebody else did that? I thought she could have at least been a friend and said, don't add the rules part, but nevertheless, I got this song out of it. Well, I'll send it out to anybody listening out in Oregon. We wrote our name up in that tunnel back then, when Coos Bay was as far away as we'd ever been. Pine trees climbing up winding hills, fishing boats and paper mills. Multnomah County is where I come from. It's that hometown of a Burnside bomb. Rain clouds hanging down so low and gray. God knows I wish it would have rained today. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I'm driving through this other town. Got a radio on, got the window down. Old song comes on from a long time ago. How on earth would that DJ know? Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Rain, rain, rain. The pouring rain doesn't bother me. I got home from the tour. There was a message on my machine. Back then we had those machines, and it was a woman I'd gone to high school with, and she said she had missed my last show in town. And I said, oh, it wasn't much, same songs. And she said, well, Must have been pretty good, because one of your fans went down into the Multnomah County Tunnel and wrote that you ruled. I said, you kidding me? Show business. We wrote our names up in that tunnel way back then. And then last night I went down there and I did it again. One sip too many from that old loving cup. Rose City people, we never do grow up. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I got those old Rose City blues. Thank you. I haven't played that in a long time. This one, there's a movie coming out next month called Hard Luck Love Song that's based on this song. I didn't believe it for the longest time, but I've seen commercials for the movie now. And the guy in there acts like me, I guess. Yeah. A cold machine glowing through parking lot. You call out a room with a view. Was the best night of pool that I ever shot, and I made a lot of money too. Looking for some company in the weekly scene. I seen a ad that just had to be you. I hadn't seen you since New Orleans. I never did figure out where you'd run off to. I know I looked bad the last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing all right. I won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustle half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine if you want some, the best that I could find. Hey, we could just sit here and talk all night if that big old guy out in your car don't mind like old time. Gonna screw off the top on a bottle of wine. We're living out our own kind of American dream, loaded like old time. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream. No, I'm not expecting anybody but you. I don't know who's just gonna be at the door, but I'm pretty sure that you got a clue, and I'll bet you've been to this hotel before. Put the you-know-what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your pager in my suitcase, I'll get the window, you light a cigarette. It'll be like old time. Screw off a top on a bottle of wine. Living out our own kind of American dream, loaded like old time. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old mainstream. No, sir, officer, you don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She's also an old friend of mine. I got her high school picture, it's right here in my wallet. It's from 1982. No, sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night too. Well, it's a good thing we didn't throw this away. Baby, turn up the radio. I'm pretty sure that cop knew what we were up to. I guess he just decided to let us go. Oh, don't make such a thing about the picture. Well, that was just something I kept. don't get all sentimental on me now. You haven't even told me your new name yet. Old time, just like the old time, living out our own kind of American dream. Lord, life, old time. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw your fishing line in that old main stream, and you didn't. It's always so fun to be on this show. I've been making up songs since I was 20. I'm 54 now. I'm in a troubadour my whole adult life. That when they sent us home, that was the longest. After it was about 2 months, and then it was the longest I'd been in one place since '94. And man, it feels good to be back out here. I got this song I've been working on for years. I started it when I was really young, and then one night, in a hotel room about 3 years ago, I was working on it, and I thought, you know what? Forget this song. And then I came up with this song I'm gonna play for you now. That is about that song. It didn't take very long at all. Didn't seem like much of one. I was drinking until I had fallen asleep out in the sun, working on a song I guess that I'm still working on. It's called Where Will I Go Now That I'm Gone. When that idea first came to me, I was only 22. By 25 I had realized it was all that I could do to make it to the end, but then again I always knew if I never got it finished, I could die trying to. Last night I thought I might have had it right here in my hotel. It faded out the further asleep that I fell. When I woke up this morning, I was more than twice my age, and I had left myself this note here on another empty page. Where will I go now that I'm gone? It said maybe you've been chasing this song too long. Hell, it's turned into a song about a song you're working on, man, come on. It's gone. Just let it go. But you know, giving up a dream is a lot like making one come true. It's easy to sit around and talk about, it's a little harder to just go on out and do. But for this one last question, I would give up on this song. Where will I go now that I'm gone? Where will I go? When I was really young, as I was starting to make up my first songs, I was also learning all the songs of John Prine, and And when I turned about 22 or so, I was living in Memphis, and I was trying this, just doing this around town. And John Prine came to Memphis to do some demos, and I got to be the runner on those shows, on those sessions. And after he came to see me play at a place called the Daily Planet, and he really took care of me. Him and his manager Al looked after me till they died, you know. And people ask me all the time what John is like, and I always tell the same story. We were in Europe, and we had just been flying for about 14 hours. It was a long flight, and we had a 2-hour drive left to go. And when we got in the car, it was the promoter's son, and he started heading down the road. And John said, "Hey, man, I think it might be the other way." And the kid said, "No, it's this way." And about 2 hours later, this kid said, "Mr. Prine, I think you might have been right." And in that car, you could feel his tour manager. You could feel him just wanting to do something. And you could just feel the steam coming off of him. And the band, they were mad too. And I'm stoned almost all the time, and I was mad. I was at least thinking, man, you know, he told you, you know. But John, honest to God, John, he wasn't angry. He turned to the kid, he said, "That's okay, it's fun to drive around." And he meant it. He wasn't, he hadn't just read some self-help book or joined some church or just gotten sober or anything like that. He was just John Prine being the kind of guy that could write hello in there, you know? And well, thank you, yeah. And the last time I saw him, I don't know if any of you caught some of his last shows, but at the very end, for the first time in his life, he would dance on stage, like a wild man too. He held that in all those years, and that's what I knew I was going to sing about. So this song is for all the John Prine fans out there. I didn't know him as well as I tell everyone I did. Hell, he was nearly 50 and I was only a kid. But even way back in those missing years when he was still just hanging, catching on, there was nobody better than Handsome John. Next time I saw him, he walked off to paradise. Any way that I would say that I'm still taking for advice, for with a plain spoken word and a simple melody, you can see this world with dignity. Oh, boy, look no further for your I said, here comes the singing mailman from Maywood, Illinois. Oh, oh, oh. Last time I saw him, he danced off to Lake Marie. When I realized that I was crying out in tears of victory, for with a few still missing and a new one coming on, there was still nobody better than the Handsome John. Oh, boy, look no further for your I said, here comes the same mailman from Maywood, Illinois. Oh, 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 Anybody have anything they were hoping they would hear if they came out here? Okay, sure. I was going through a divorce when I made this up. I was also driving to see Widespread Panic play. I saw this dog trying to get across the highway. I started rooting for it, but I had to keep going. I still don't know. Redneck speedball, way to highway. The needle is broken, ain't no telling on gas. A highway dog plays a Russian roulette in and out of the sun under the overpass. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, my love. Why on earth they say only heaven knows why we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know, I think, therefore I am, because I am, or so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. Passing it back and forth like a 5th of July. I realize I can't tell you what to tell yourself. But if we're still not what you thought you wanted, well then you can't deny it, baby, we were something. Oh, 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 my love. Why on earth they say that only heaven knows why we'd turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know, I think, therefore I am, because I am, or so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. We don't leave the people that we fell for. No, we leave, but we just cannot believe that they have become. We don't leave the people that we marry. No, we leave, we just cannot believe that they have become. And I say leaving, well, I don't mind as much as being left behind. Why on earth they say that only heaven knows why we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know, I think, therefore I am, because I am, or so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way. Nobody thinks you're crazy. I'm going to, let's about wrap it up now, yeah. Okay. It felt like the timing was right. I want to leave you with this, one of my favorite ones I sing. I made it up when I was really young, but I still like to do it. nothing to do except for nothing at all. The same old climb up the same old wall that I have fallen down before. You see, I've been down, I've been a little bit depressed, overworked, overstressed, but deep in my heart I know I am blessed. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna scream, I ain't letting nobody kick a hole in my dream, and I will not be falling apart at the seams like I've always done before. You see, I've used my fists, I've used my voice, I've used myself like a cheap Rolls Royce. I never knew that I could just use my choice. I ain't gonna cry no more, except for sometimes. You see people talk behind people's backs. Yes, we scheme and we plot and we plan attacks, but someday soon we will be switching tracks in a way that this world cannot ignore. So call up all of your buddies, all of your friends, call up all your enemies and make amends, because we throwing a party letting everybody in. Ain't gonna cry no more. I said I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna cry, Lord, I ain't gonna cry no more, no more. I'll throw in a big old party, I'll let everybody in, and I ain't gonna cry no more. Y'all, thank you. Thanks, that was a lot of fun.
Take a bow, Todd. That was Todd Snider. Woo! I kind of feel like we all just had an experience together. Well, he's carrying on John Prine's legacy just fine. It was a pleasure to listen to that. His new album is called The First Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder. And he has a reverend's license, by the way. He officiated at the wedding of Jason Isbell and Amanda Shires. That was the Reverend Todd Snider. Well, thank you to Todd Snider, to Kathleen Edwards, thanks to Sonny Ward, to Mick Flannery and Susan ONeill, and to the Accidentals. Thanks to you out there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. I hope you'll come back next week when we welcome Bahamas, Sam Weber, Lily Hyatt, Kishi Bashi, and Curtis McMurtry. All right, we're going to take you out with this old Rolling Stones song. We lost Charlie Watts a couple weeks ago, and we thought it might be really nice to sing one of their tunes. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skoras. Assistant producer is John Ingram. Our production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, and Jim Raines, with production assistance by Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Brian Hensley, Patrick Moore, and Big J. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotion is coordinated by Vasilia Skoras, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. We hope you'll be able to go see some live music wherever you are just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. All right, here we go. Well, my baby used to stay out all night long. She made me cry, she done me wrong. She hurt my eyes open, and that's no lie. But the tables turned, now it's his turn.
loving, but it's all over now. Oh, yes, I used to love him, but it's all over now.
All right, Julie Adams.
Well, he used to run around with every girl in town. He spent all my money trying to play that high-class game. He put me out. What a pity how I cried. But the tables turned and now it's his turn to cry. Because I used to love him, but it's all over now. Because I used to love him, but it's all over now.
Michael Lipton. Bob Thompson on the keys. All right, Savannah Bush and Katie Larson for the Accidentals. Kathleen Edwards.
Well, I used to wake each morning, get my breakfast in bed. But I got worried she would ease my aching head. Now she's here and there, with every man in town. Well, maybe still she just figured out that you're just that same old clown. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
Let's keep singing.
Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
All right, last time.
Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
Yay! Thank you very much.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.